Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining our webinar. Today, we're going to cover all the details on how outsourcing firms, agencies, and freelancers may be using Mars in all kind of different ways. So our webinar is going to consist of 3 stages. So first, I'm going to explain a little bit about Mars platform, what is it, and who does it help to, and how can you use it? And then we're going to talk a bit about the facts on how many projects are built on Mars and all our partners. And then we're going to talk about what exactly can agencies, freelancers, and outsourcing firms do in order to benefit from Mars and be part of our exciting journey. So Mars is a low-code platform that lets developers write code on top of the microapps, where microapps are the features or sometimes full-fledged apps that developers can add to their projects and can quickly bootstrap their work instead of writing everything from scratch. For example, we have microapps such as Airbnb clone or Uber for X or Marketplace and blogs and wiki, etc. So for the customers who need to build something similar to that, they can very quickly bootstrap their project using one of the microapps. But also we have smaller microapps such as images and buttons and drop-downs for more custom solutions. I will explain more on our next screens with screenshots from the system. So imagine you're building a booking web app. It's something similar to Airbnb. So in the Mars low-code IDE, the developer can get the whole booking web app up and running just with one click and get all the features laid out in a tree on the left. And then, for example, there is a need to add something custom to the Airbnb microapp, such as a card list or a table or a payment or tabs. And that's possible to add from the microapp gallery. And the gallery is pretty large. It consists of hundreds of small, medium, and large microapps that can be added by developers into the project. And the interesting part with Mars comparing to all other low-code solutions is that Mars actually combines the easy-to-use interface where developers can add microapps from the gallery with the pro-code interface where developers can actually modify the microapps and create business logic on top of microapps. On the screenshot, you're seeing the case where developer has entered the microapp called a list, and the developer can see the code of this microapp and can edit this code the way they want. So there is no practical limitation on what kind of code can be written here. This is TypeScript and JavaScript, so it can be pretty much any logic that can be implemented here. And here's the screenshot from the actual IDE, which might be very familiar to those who use modern IDEs, where we can, where developers can have a pro code experience on writing the code that's necessary, because most of the code, about 90%, will be obsolete in this case, just because developers are gonna import the microapps that do what they have to. For example, if you need a payment or you need a blog, developers don't have to write the whole code. They can just import the blog. But if developer wants to go into the blog microapp and edit some of the parts, they can do it in this interface in a very simple way. There's no need to open up other platforms or IDEs. So everything in Mars is being done in one interface, both for developers, designers, content managers, and everybody else involved in the project. So that was very short about Mars. It might not give you the full picture, but it will give you the common idea. And we have more videos coming up showing more in-depth demos of Mars. So be tuned and you can watch them. So now I will explain a little bit about our position on the market and how are we being interesting for freelancers and outsourcing firms. So we work really hard on marketing and growth and partnering up with really big brands and names in the startup world in order to bring Mars into those programs and in order to get startups who are part of those programs to know about Mars and to build with Mars. And so far, we're doing really well, and we have big names such as Techstars and Prepare for VC and Startup Without Borders and Founders Institute, and the list is growing. So we're constantly working on that, and our strategy here is that we want to be part of partnership list of every incubator, accelerator, and the startup community that exists in the world, so that all startups can get exposed to Mars and can benefit from our platform and accelerate their development speed. We also have quite many clients who have used Mars so far. So it is companies from marketplaces to cinemas to streaming portals, admin software, NFT platforms, apps, etc. So there is pretty wide range of clients we have who have benefited from using Mars. And we have very good names from the industry who are our partners, friends, or guests of our podcast, with whom we are spreading the word about Mars. So that was a little bit about Mars and about our position on the market and our strategy on being exposed to the startups and creating high traction from startups. So we have waiting lists where we have hundreds of startups requesting certain services and coming up with their projects that they want to be built on Mars. So the next natural step for us is to describe our marketplace. So the marketplace is a place where we connect all the startups who come to Mars from all the partners and sources I described earlier, and they all come with the need of building their product. So some of them come and build their product on their own if they have developers in-house. But most of them actually come without developers. They're non-technical founders, and they're looking for developers who can build it, for Mars developers who can build it. To solve that problem, we have created Mars Marketplace, which is a place where we connect the projects that need Mars developers and Mars developers who want to build the projects and make money on that. So the offering we have now for outsourcing firms and freelancers is to join our Mars Marketplace as a vendor and to be featured as certified partner. So we're going to be very selective on the vendors who join our marketplace because we really care about the quality, and we want to certify the partners so that when we list them on our marketplace, we can be sure that they will deliver good work to the startups who come to the marketplace. So the other way to benefit from our platform is to actually build your own microapps. And the microapps are bought by the startups. That means that microapps are kind of products that you can build once and sell many times, compared to the services where you have to spend hours to get paid for that. So monetizing microapps is a very interesting model, and clients pay up to $20,000 for microapp for a lifetime license. And we have two models. One is where they pay one-time license and they have the whole code and the license for the lifetime usage. And we have monthly subscription where customers pay from $100 to $900 a month for using the microapp. Microapps are the best ways to move from a service business to a product business. And we believe that a lot of the outsourcing firms and freelancers could benefit from diversifying their business, from not only doing the service business, but also doing the products. And the interesting part here, comparing to other ways of building products, is that you build it, you do really good job on building the micro app, and we do our job on promoting it. So the promotion work lays on us on this marketplace. It is similar to booking.com and hotels, where you list your hotel and booking.com will promote it and bring in the customers. So the next step here, for those who want to sign up for our program and want to join our marketplace as a vendor, is to onboard your developers, which takes from 1 to 3 weeks. And then you will have to build an internal or a small project to validate your skills. So that could be either a micro app you could build, or it could be one of your internal projects that you could use as a task project for training up your developers using Mars, or it could be a real project from your side. But we will be sending projects your way when we see that you have qualified your developers and they actually can deliver at least on small projects. The other way to do the next step is to pick up one of the micro apps that's not built yet. So we have large list of micro apps that's built, but we have even larger list of the micro apps that haven't been built, and the market is asking for it. So you can pick one of those micro apps based on your expertise. For example, if your team is an expert in e-commerce, we have a bunch of micro apps that have to be built on e-commerce space, and you could take that. And we also have grants for the best builders, so we can subsidize some of the cost you spend on building it if we think that the micro app we have built is a high quality and we want to put it on the marketplace. The other option for you is to become Mars ambassador, and we will describe that model more later. And the obvious one is to receive projects from Mars Marketplace based on your experience, skills, and commitment. That means that if you sign up for our marketplace and the startups come and add their project there with a budget, then you have an option to take those projects and bid for those projects and build those projects and make money on that. So that's pretty much it with the whole offering we have right now. And for those who have more questions about this, please join our Discord and ask questions there, because that's where we are all set. And I will just give you some more specific dates on when things are going to be happening. So in December 22, we're going to launch our latest version of Mars in closed beta release meetup. So that will be mainly for developers. So if you have interest for Mars and you have developers who want to try it out, it's good for them to come to this meetup, because we're going to show the developer experience. We're going to explain how to use Mars, how to build on Mars. In January 2023, we're going to onboard selected agencies and freelancers to our marketplace. That's it with the webinar. So thank you for watching and listening. Looking forward to talk to you.